Okay. Game number 1 of this grand final between Hera and Hart. Thalassocracy Cup 2. We have Islands. It's Vikings for Hera. It's Shu for Hart. Now, yesterday we had an absolutely riveting game 1 between Hart and Leary on Islands. There was a lot of variety. They were producing Hulks. And then they went into Hulks. And then they transitioned into Hulks. And then there was some more Hulks. And then the GG was called. So we're going to see if that's still the case here. Vikings still get the discount on ships, right? So Hera could just go Hulk. He could do that. You don't need to make galleys with Vikings. You don't need to make longboats with Vikings. You could just make Hulks. On the other side, though, with the Shu, they're pretty good as a naval civilization. You can see the water texture is really, really solid. And they're getting food from chopping the wood. However, I would still favor Vikings here, especially when you're so far away. Just like... The cheaper ships is just amazing. Longboats are just incredible. Their late game navy is still probably unparalleled on an island setup like this. With the longboat mass and the elite cannon galleons and everything. And the discounts. So, I've run out of things to talk about. Let's see if Hart just goes Hulk again. Can you talk about the corners? There's in the north corner we have water and fish. In the east corner we have water and fish. In the south corner we have fish and water. And in the west corner we also have fish and water. And Feudal Age is on the way for Hart. Is Hera going fast castle? Is Hera really going fast castle? He's still got 3 more villagers in the queue. You're far away, but I don't think you're that far away. Still, Hart is back docked. So, it's going to take him a while to get over here with the ship. So maybe Hera can get away with it. Fast castle longboats? I don't think that's a good play against mass hulks. I think your numbers will just get cleaned. The hulks are so fast, right? Why not pants in a rotation in this tournament? It's a water map, right? No, it's a hybrid map. Primarily land map. Isn't Hart backdocked so he can open galleys? I don't know. It's the normal assumption, but... He's going to go for a few hulks. He might go hulks into galleys. Those will come out this way. Hera still has a little bit of bore underneath the TC. He's got 10 fishing ships versus the 7 from Hart. So if he wants to go fast castle, I still think he's going to be a little bit low on food, right? Oh, he's got 40 seconds. Never mind. He's good. He's good. Dropped off the food from the boar. He's got 10 fishing ships. He'll be fine. And the Hulk is already on the way from Hart. He did the same thing yesterday against Leary. He went 2 Hulks, and then he queued up 2 fishing ships. But he's got to be wondering why Hera is so late up to Feudal Age. So now you got to balance a little bit. He goes to the mill here. He could go for the market, the blacksmith as well, and then he might have enough res to actually consider clicking up himself. Hulk's coming in. Galleys coming out from Hera. It's not a simple FC. I mean, he's got the res, almost. But he's not going to have the buildings. So I guess it's just a slow build-up from Hera. You add a few more villagers, a few more fishing ships in Dark Age. And then you count on the fact that you're so far away from your opponent. You're going to have some time. to mass up the galleys. And he does indeed have some galleys. Hart's going to kill a fishing ship. Remember, he has another one coming from this side. Hera notices that. Hart's blocking. Hart's blocking. Hart's blocking. Hart's blocking. Hart's killing. 2 fishing ships killed.
53 months. I have you on the ear, but I have to write a paper with 30,000 characters tonight. Yeekas 11.
Asinus, thank you for the 4 months. The Gross, thank you for the 53 months. 30,000 characters, eh? It's like fucking Game of Thrones, bro. That's like Coronation Street. There's a new character every week. Damn, Dave, I was about to make the same joke. Dave knows Coronation Street? Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately. My sister and my mom used to watch it at one point in my life. They went through like a 2-year phase where they would watch Coronation Street, and it just like... God, you could feel your brain melting away, bro. And I can tell you the exact phase of Coronation Street, the exact time that they watched it too, because I only remember one character. Tricky Dicky. That's what I remember. And he got got murdered or something, or he was like in the middle of an event that he killed somebody and then he got killed, or he was cheating on someone. I don't know. Probably pretty standard. Coronation Street fans are like, you're going to have to be more specific. Dave, focus on what? Sorry. Game 1. Sorry. Castle Age coming in for Hart. He's going to have the upgrades faster. And he's killing another fishing ship, so that's nice. 3 fishing ships killed by Hart. Res collected is pretty close. Hera's controlling the front side of the water, but Hart gets up to Castle Age. He's getting Bodcanero. And Hera is now adding in more Hulks. So this is very different from the previous 1v1 islands we saw, where it was all Hulk. This game, Hart opens Hulk, goes into Galley. Hera opens Galley, goes into Hulk, and now Hart is going into some fires, and that's potentially why Hera is adding the Hulks now. Because he wants something to counter the galleys. But yeah, back to Coronation Street. Still no medium warship upgrade for Hart. He really delayed that. So he got Bodcanero, he got his wood upgrade, which I guess is really important with Shu, right? You're getting the extra food faster. And now he finally does get the medium warship upgrade. If he's going to go into fires, I'd love to see him try and sneak in careening as well. Hera coming in here. He's got the Hulks from behind. Hart's going to have to micro those down. Longboat's now being added from Hera. The Hulks are all microed down by Hart. And now the war galleys are having to leave. So the Hulk flank attack didn't really work, and it generally doesn't. You got to pull the flank attacks off with fires instead. Bad regroup on those war galleys. Bad regroup on those war galleys, and the longboats are here. Hart's taking out the war galley mass. We'll see how the fires do against the longboat. All of their arrows apparently now are hitting. So their attack stat went down with this patch, and they don't have any ship or bonus damage anymore, but They do fire 3 arrows, and probably all of those... Apparently, all of those are hitting for full damage. That's what chat told me. I get the impression people don't like Hulks. Yeah. I mean, it's not a super entertaining unit to watch, right? Fire now coming around this way. Hart's going to look for some fishing ship kills. Hera doing the same thing with a Hulk over here. Hart still has 9 fishing ships, so he's done a really good job protecting this. He doesn't have any fish to take at the back, so he kind of needs to hold this position. And it's more fires coming in, but it's 18 longboats for Hera. On the old water balance, the only thing that could beat a solid longboat mass was like caravels. We'll see if the fires can get it done here. In Castle Age, anyway. Or you could outpop them with galleons as well, but... Longboats were really, really strong. Turtle ships. No one has ever had enough resources to mass up a full army of turtle ships, brother. So it's not even like... Well, it theoretically could be possible. It's not realistic. Alright. Fire's coming in. Careening on the way. Hera still has to respect the fires, but you can see the longboats are doing significantly better against these fires than 16 war galleys would. They're almost one-shotting them. And they're really easy to micro, and Hera's making it look really smooth here with these longboats. Comes in with a couple Hulks, too. He's going to start sniping down all these ships. Hart's coming in with some fires, though, so Hera has to be careful. Yeah, I think longboats are still a good unit. Nice micro from Hera. Getting a little lost in the sauce potentially, though. It's getting a little deep here. No. He's not lost. He's just in the sauce. He's swimming in it. But he's not lost. He's going to take out the entire Navy. And GG called from Hart. Infinitely better than watching Hulks just batter away at each other. It was an interesting opening there, but Hera with the longboats really doing well. I hate to say this, but I would have loved to see Hart just forward dock Hulk in that situation. Maybe he was nervous about the Vikings. Wanted to match the Castle Age time from Hera, but like
thinking about Naval, Professor.
Hera was really late to Feudal Age. I feel like Hart could have punished him with a forward dock Hulk play. Has this tournament even had a 2-hour plus game time? We had some long ones with... Was it Tato and Viper? But we never got 2 hours, I don't think. Losarios, thank you for the 14 months. Demonimator, thank you for the 45. You always get a kick out of me saying your name, eh? I think that was Hera watching Hart's previous games and seeing how he opens with 2 Hulks and then adds fish, and he's like pretty passive at the beginning. And that was probably him watching that game versus Theory and saying like, okay, I can get away with a slower Feudal Age time here. I'll be ready to produce fully from 3 docks and then click up to Castle Age as well with Vikings. And I should be fine. Very calm approach there from Hera. But still, I mean, Hart's playing Shu against Vikings. I don't think... He'll hate to give one away for free, but like... I don't think that's the worst loss in the world if you're looking at a best of 7. Immersion coming in next. And that is Hera's home map. So Hart goes to Hera's home map. Game number 2. Not wasting any time here between games. We've got Hera playing as the Malians and Hart playing as the Georgians. Both very good civs for this map. I think I would slightly prefer Georgians. Faster dock because you have the mule cart, right? Fortified churches to secure everything. Dromans in the end game in these pawns. But Malians, very, very solid on hybrid maps like this. The wood savings alone from the buildings are really, really good. And then in the late game, you've got options. Got a decent land army. Okay navy. Especially since you're probably not going to be going into galleons anyway, and you're missing bracer and galleon. But having carracks, cannon galleons, and fast fire ships is pretty nice. Looks like Hera won the draft. I didn't have much time to look at the draft, actually. I don't know. It looks pretty even to me. A bunch of good water civs on either side. I would say, like, in terms of the tournament meta so far, I'd say Hart has the better civs. Do Georgians get Dromans in this? Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't get Dromans. They get Kanangines. I was thinking Armenians. That's a good point. Thank you, Nelson. I always think they get Dromans for some reason. Because the mule cart. But they don't. You reckon we see Sicilians? Is that, like, is Pacific Islands one of the maps here? Seychelles, Comir. Could see it on Comir. Could see it on Comir. That's probably why he picked it. But it is last pick, so, I mean... might go for option A rather than option B. Alright. So I wonder if it's going to be Men-at-Arms from Hera. He did open Men-at-Arms on this map yesterday. Against Viper. When he was playing as the Japanese. Men-at-Arms is not a super common strategy you see from Hera. But on a hybrid map like this, potentially, especially with Malians, they get the extra Pierce armor on them. It's a little bit cheaper to go into them. Less building cost overall. And Men-at-Arms gives you a nice little forward presence and frees you up to maybe go for other docks around here. Get some walls up in your base behind. Transition into archers. The one unit we don't see that much as an opening on this map is scouts, but I mean, if you're Georgians, you might go for them anyway. Just because your civ, like, completely plays into it. Hey Dave, hey chat, what did I miss in game 1? There was a variety of water units. Hart open Hulk, Hera open Galley. Then Hart went into Galley, then Hera went into Hulks, then Hart went into Fires, then Hera went into Longboats, and Hera absolutely destroyed everything with Longboats. It was a decent showcase, although brief, of the new water balance and why Longboats are still such a good unit. Damn, sounds fun? No. I mean, we were there for a good time, not a long time. It won't be scouts for Hart. It'll be militia. And he's made the barracks over here. So Hera can see those 2 vills on gold. He's going to be looking potentially for the barracks. That could also imply that Hart wants to go for Navy. And Hera, does he spot it? He always spots it. He always finds it. Yeah, he found Dude, he always finds it. His scouting is impeccable. If Hera's looking for something with his scout, it's like a 99% chance he's going to find it. He just has a sixth sense for this sort of thing. Mate, how you doing this afternoon? We miss you, bud. You miss me? I'm this is like my 7th day in a row streaming, brother. I missed you too, though. It is militia again. Oh, nice hits there on the scout. It will heal up over time. But that's really nice, and Hera might bring his scout back now that Hart's scout is weak. Men-at-Arms upgrade coming in for Hart. Hera's not going for that yet. He needs the gold. And he's got 4 of them. Nice walls here from Hera. I really like the compact base, too. There's everything he needs. Everything a growing boy needs in this base. We got gold, we got stone, we got wood, we've got turkey. Just missing out on the berries, but it's a hybrid map, so he doesn't care. 6 fishing ships, now 7 for Hera, 6 fishing ships as well for Hart. At least Hart is keeping this pressure away from his base, and he's going to add the archery range behind. So his archer timing is going to be better than Hera's. Res collected is pretty much even. The only difference right now in the game state is the extra men-at-arms and then the archer that's just about to pop onto the field. Wait, Georgian units heal up? Only the scouts. Or, sorry, the cavalry. Cavalry is starting in Feudal Age. See it right here. 2, 8, and then 14 HP per minute. It's quite strong. Okay, the archer's here, but these are Malian men-at-arms. Hera doesn't want to sacrifice his scout. He pulls that thing away. Malian men-at-arms with +1 pierce armor. So the archers are going to struggle to kill those. Hera will go directly after these archers, and he's going to kill one. If this guy keeps chasing, the scout is still here, too. Hart's kind of hanging around. But he's got to be careful about his archer numbers, because Hera could just collapse on this and kill it. Yep. Good job from Hera. Lots of value from 4 men-at-arms and 1 scout. Still, he doesn't have the range follow-up himself, at least yet. Oh, he managed to kill a villager. Wow. Nice job from Hera. He doesn't have the range at all. He's trying to go water and then go up to Castle Age. And he already does a decent amount of hulks, and Hart is just working on his first hulk. It was a really good opening there from Hera. Hart's resources are still looking solid. Like, he can click up to Castle Age soon. As he finally does kill that thing. But I think Hera's going to be up first, and I think Hera's going to have a real threat against these fish. With a couple hulks coming in from that side, and then 1 hulk coming in from this side. Because it looks like Hart doesn't really want to spend on the water at the moment. It's only 1 ship. That's nice. Okay. So he's made it a little bit difficult for himself. This is a good idea to go for the fish here. But now he has to spend wood over here on the ships to keep his fishing eco alive. And there's 2 more coming in from this side. So he's going to have to try and balance Hulk production from there, skirm production, and then fishing ship production from here, which is going to be tough. Still, resources are looking okay. Hera should be clicking up shortly. And Hera should also be sniping the fish. And Hart doesn't realize right away he's going to lose a couple fish. Villager coming out here. That is a forgotten Vil from Hart, I think. Yeah. And she's dead. That's unfortunate. Maybe wanted to come repair. Or potentially build a dock. Not a great start here for Hart. This is going to be 4-0, isn't it? you just listen. Hart's been playing really well this tournament, all right? We got to give him a chance. Let's see what the kid can do, all right? Resources are looking amazing for Hera. Almost 700 gold in the bank, and he's like still a minute and a half away from Castle Age. Kind of crazy. Market going up because he wants to balance his eco a little bit. Another dock from Hart, so he's replacing the fishing ships in the center. What army is Hera going for? Unclear. More fish. That's the army. Hart needs to get in on this. Start killing these somehow. I don't think a few skirms are going to cut it. I do like the fact that Hart's going to dock like 3 pawns though. That's pretty neat. Castle Age now on the way for him. 2 minutes behind Hera. Bosa and fishing lines coming in for Hera, and a second town center. Yeah, forging affects the hulks, yep. One knight comes out from Hera, that's going to be enough to clear this army. That was mildly annoying. Another dock over here from Hart, so that's pawn number 3. Can Hart ever disrupt this fishing eco? I think not. And Hera is just going to take advantage of it. He's going to build another dock over here. He's already got 19 fishing ships and a 3rd TC on the way. Oh my god. This eco is going to be outrageous. Oh boy. Does Vil count include ships? The eco count at the top does. It's probably better not to look at that eco count though. You look at manually at the sides. The villager count and the fishing ship count, since villagers are on average much more valuable than fishing ships. More versatile. Hart's over here with the Hulk, unable to get yet another fishing ship from Hera. $39 vills versus 45, 23 fishing ships versus 8. So Hart's going to have to find himself some damage, and soon. Very soon. Hera's eco, I mean, oh god. Oh, this is brutal. He could literally buy himself like 3 more TCs. He could buy the stone for 3 more TCs, plop him down, and he could keep up production. With just this fishy eco. There's another TC right there. That's TC number 4. Trying to go for another dock over here, running into tigers. Hey! Hey! That was actually really nice from Hera. He got both of them. Damn, dude. He's gonna have... I actually might think... Or I think Hera might outfish the entire outside of the map. Like, soon. He's going to have 40 fishing ships on the outside. And there's nothing Hart can do about it right now. Or he's actively not trying to do anything about it anyway. Hart still has the docks in the center, which is great. And he's going for a siege push, which is great. But I mean, half of Hera's eco is just untouchable on the outside. Could maybe think about cutting off gold long term, but Hera's on the gold over here. He's still got the gold over here, and he's Malian, so it's going to last longer. I don't know. I really don't. If Hart was on stone right now, maybe if he was going for a forward castle, I'd feel great about this, but Hera is actually the first player to the castle. He's now 5k res collected ahead. Hart will see the castle, and he's going to back away. And I think Hart knows this is just a really bad situation for him. Like, he can see the score, right? You're 1,400 score behind. And you have 3 docks with fish coming out in the center. That should tell you the extent of the fish boom from Hera. It's 45 fishing ships. And a 5th town center now for him. And Imperial Age is on the way.
I'm back. Let's go, Hera.
Right, Idafix. Bloodlines coming in for Hart. 16 on food versus 46. 89 villagers against 59, so he's 30 villagers behind. He's 30 fishing ships behind. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, it's an insane level of boom from Hera to go for that many fishing ships. But also, if you're Hart, you can't let him get away with that. You got to contest it somehow. You just can't, right? Look at this. Extra TCs coming in. Tigui came in as well for Hera. So he's going to use TCs to defend. And he's going to have 7 TCs. 152 population against 97. 95 villagers against 65. 45 fishing ships against 12. He's going to be running out of fish. But there's still plenty on this side, and he can add in the traps as well. I am undefeated. Okay, defensive castle boom. Look at the score. Look at the score difference. Is Hart gonna call the GG here? Yeah. Yeah, like half of that is Hera getting to imp, but the bigger part of it is Hart looking at that score the entire game, and it just keeps creeping up and up and up. You add more military, his score lead gets wider. You add more fish, his score lead gets wider. You see now he's TC rushing you. Do you call the GG? And, I mean, it's not even like Hera got that much damage. He killed 1 villager, and then he got the advantage on water, right? So he's here. He's got the advantage on water. He killed this villager over here. I guess 2 villagers. He killed this one and this one. Clicks up the castle age and then adds almost 40 fishing ships. Crazy. This has to be semifinals, right? No, this is finals. Hart beat Leary convincingly too. Hart beat Leary 4-1. I am worried for Hart. We'll see. That was also Hera's home map. Sorry, phone call. Why would Hart pick Hera's home map? Why not? Why not? You're probably going to have to play it anyway. You usually pick the opponent's home maps because you feel good on them, or you want to see what civ they're going to use because you're unclear. There could be like 2 civs possible for one of your home maps, and one of his completely counters yours. But he could also use one of those 2 civs on another map, right? So you call that other map first to determine which of those civs is going to be used there, and then you go onto your home map, where you're kind of wondering what he's going to use, if that makes sense. It's a best of 7, right? Sand Soil, thank you for the 13. What's the victory prize here? I think it's 6K for the winner. Yeah, 6K for the winner, 3K for second. 2K for third and fourth. Okay, Sicilians is being picked here. So if we look at the civs here, I guess he could have gone Romans on this, but let's say Hart was unclear whether he's going to be matching up against Malians or Sicilians on this map. Immersion gave him a good idea. Although why he wouldn't just pick Japanese here anyway, I don't know. Maybe he just felt good on immersion. He might have just felt like he had a good chance on that. Regardless, he's playing Japanese. Hera's playing Sicilians. I would favor Japanese on this. Hart's probably going to play into men-at-arms and then have some hulks on the outside. Hera's probably going to play into some sergeants, potentially. And then have hulks on the outside as well. Also worth pointing out with Sicilians, like it's really nice on these maps where you start with a transport. You get so much vision. Look at this. Look at that line of sight. Oh, baby. You see everything. Scout the whole map before Feudal Age. This is a comparison. That's the vision on the transport ship there from Hart. That's the vision from Hera. And that's why he's almost like 200 score ahead already. Hart. Hera. Looks like Mongol Scout. Oh, it's like 2 times. 3 times the scouting area of Mongol Scout. In Dark Age, anyway. Standard meta on this map is like land, infantry, and then contest water a little bit. I think both civs should be good at that. I also think Hart needs to stay away from just playing meta because Hera will adapt to that. He'll have some plans. He'll play greedy, right? If Hart's expecting aggression, a lot of times Hera's just sitting there booming. I think the one thing though you can, like, if Hera's gonna surprise you with something, it's usually like a defensive play. It's usually a safe boom or a greedy boom. Or like no walls or something like that. It's rarely all out aggression from him. If he's gonna go for a non-meta strategy. So maybe you can play around that in your preparations. How was your day? I just woke up. Right now, my day's going okay. I'm hoping that my stream doesn't last an hour and a half. And we're already saying congratulations, Hera, on the impressive 4-0 victory. Hart needs this one, dude. How was your sleep? Nah. Alright, so Hera spots the barracks. No surprise there. Hart's got some good vision on Hera's base, and he's still looking. He's looking for something. The donjon's going up on the gold from Hera. He's going to need that anyway, even if he doesn't want to go heavy into sergeants. Because those men-at-arms are probably coming over. He's going to need some defense. Hera is ever so slightly faster to Feudal Age, which actually might matter with the scout from Hart over here. Militia coming across from Hart. Hera's trying to block that. It's 2 militia from Hart. Hera's scout a little bit weaker than Hart's. Is that from before? It must have been from the TC. Must have been from the TC from Hart. And that donjon's not firing arrows yet because he's not in Feudal Age. So Hera needs to get up to Feudal Age and Hart needs to be careful. As soon as he sees the Feudal Age come in, that donjon's suddenly a threat. We have more walls now from Hera. He's going to wall out the militia on this side. Men-at-Arms upgrade is on the way for Hart. Can he effectively pressure anything over here, though, with that donjon there? Not really. He's just now seeing the donjon. I didn't realize he didn't see that before. Loads up. Loads up, and probably going to try and come over here, but Hera actually goes for another donjon. So he took 50 stone without making the mining camp. Now we have this stupid hop in, hop out scout attacks. 50 stone without making the mining camp so he can afford a second donjon. That's a really nice play from him. And the men-at-arms aren't going to be able to find any damage, really. Sergeant's now being added in from Hera. Hart's going to want to track that. Hart snipes the transport ship. That's huge. That's absolutely massive. So these sergeants can't come back across to his island. He's going to love that. That is a great start for him. Overall, big advantage for Hart in this game. He's 500 res collected ahead. He's forced Hera into another defensive donjon. He's killed the transport ships, so that means that the sergeants can't come over to his base, and he's not really worried about that very much. And now his Hulks are pushing in. And he's significantly ahead on Hulk number 2, so really, really good build. Really good opening from Hart here. He might even snipe a villager from Hera. Yeah, he's going to get a Vill. This is exactly the start that Hart needed. Maybe give him some confidence, you know? He's playing into Hulk. That's what it is. He's playing into Hulk, folks. I wouldn't keep the villager repairing like this if I was Hera. I think that's a throw. He's trying to block it now with the Hulks. Nice job blocking that. I think there was opportunities there for Hart to snipe that villager. immediately. Couldn't find him, though. Forging now on the way for Hart. Still no transport ship for Hera, so the sergeants are not a threat. Where are the men-at-arms from Hart? They are coming in this way. And now Hart is going to lose his transport ship, too. Maybe. Forging is in for Hart. It's not in for Hera yet. It's a better fight for Hart. The men-at-arms are here now, too. Should be a better fight for Hart. Yeah. His hooks are better than Hera's, apparently. Donjon working away on the hulks, but the sergeants got pulled into that too. Now the men-at-arms are working away on the dock, so Hera has to be a little bit concerned about this thing going down. Resources for him not looking fantastic. 2 fishing ships. They've been garrisoned for a very long time. 4 on food currently. 31 vills for Hart, 29 for Hera. 5 fishing ships for Hart. 2 that have been inactive for Hera. Eco is definitely better for Hart, and it's definitely reflected in the res collected. He's 1,200 res collected ahead. Are you going to Pokemon after the 4-0? I mean, if Hera manages to win from this position, it's definitely over. The series is done, dusted, cooked. But if Hart wins this game, then we got ourselves a little bit of a match. Austria represent Hart? Okay. All right, dude. Yes! I can't believe I didn't say it. I was just about to say it. I was like, watch Hera be the guy that proves to everyone that demos can have a use. And he manages to come back in this game and win it. And then he queues those up. I was just formulating the sentence in my brain. I don't know if it's going to work. But Hart has been getting away with this stand ground Hulk patrol for so long. I mean, Castle Age is still on the way, so it's still really, really good for him. Even if he does lose all this Navy. But he's been getting away with it for so long. And I think Hera's going to want to bait him into a fight here. And then show up with the demos. He can't keep getting away with this. Look at this. Look at this. Hart had a demo of his own. It was going well. Oh, fucking demos, dude. Okay. He tried. He tried. Hart's demo was actually really nice. But that's because it was in the middle of Hera's forces. Oh, man. Hera needed to bait him in. I don't know why he was attacking there. He needed to, like, take a fight, feign weakness, and pull this stuff back. Market now coming up for Hera. Castle Age is 10 seconds away for Hart. And Hera lost another villager over here. Trying to repair his hulks again. Hart's still significantly ahead. Iron casting coming in first. Transport ship on the way too. No medium warships upgrade? Goes for iron casting first. There's a bunch of weak hulks in here from Hera. There was a bunch of weak ones from Hart there too. Transport ship is coming over. What's it for? What is it for? Just expansion? Or is he sending something across? What would he even send across? I don't even know. War Hulk's now out from Hart. He's going to take out this dock. He's working away on this dock as well. I don't know what the comeback mechanic is from Hera. He's still in Feudal Age. It's pretty much complete map control here for Hart. Hera goes for a transport ship. Is it a castle drop? It could be a castle drop. With Sicilians. But how you ever get over there, I have no idea. Let's see if he goes to stone or not. Doesn't look like it. The transport did manage to sneak away. Nice job from Hera. Guys, are we throwing hooks or what's going on? We hooking? Are we hooking? Hey, there we go. Okay, Hart's gonna take out this navy here from Hera. And Hera might have 0 docks. I think Hera does have 0 docks. He's got 1 transport ship, a couple hulks, 0 docks. So Hart is going to be feeling really good about this position. Really, really good. Hera comes in. He's going to try and snipe some villagers. He gets 1 of them. Would love to see Hart expand his food eco a little bit. You can see he's going out to the mill now. Once he clears this navy, just add a ton of fish if possible. And the sergeants are making a donjon. So Hera's going to try and take back water control over here. Hart, unfortunately, losing some hulks over on this side to the donjon. He's going to lose some at the front side, too. I think Hart needs to add a bunch more fish. You take advantage of your water control right now. You have extra wood in the bank. You had like 10 fish. They're Japanese fish as well, so they're a little bit tankier. And you finally killed the ships from Hera, but he's going to go for war galleys instead. And here comes Hera. He's going to expand. He's going to go for more TCs. I don't think Hart knows there's a transport ship out here. Hera snuck this away early. This is a covert mission for him. Needs to make sure he hides this, though. He can't let Hart suspect that something is up. Okay, a few sergeants going down here. Not the worst thing in the world for Hera. And it's a castle for Hart. So he can't really contest here with the ships. But the castle is going to lock down any pressure that Hera's trying to get over here. Still only 4 fishing ships for Hart. 55 villagers for him. 46 for Hera. I don't know what the line of sight is on the... The line of sight's pretty good. I don't love the fact that Hera made that TC so close. I think a TC back here would probably have been better. Just less likely for Hart to find. Samurai being made. Is that just in case the sergeants come over? Samurai. Weird. Yeah, the donjons do secure the wood line to some extent, and that's like the last wood line that Hera's gonna have left on his area. Oh. Oh, stand ground patrol. Oh, God. Okay, stand ground's fine for the fights, but if you're just patrolling like that, not so much. Hart does have samurai, though, and the samurai should be able to take care of these. Let's see how quickly he notices these sergeants. He's actually actively pulling the villagers away, and he's sending the samurai over here. All right. Good luck, sergeants. I don't think you're going to do very well against this. Yeah, they actually did okay there. It's still 4 samurai. I don't think they're going to complete this dungeon. And 2 monks as well. And we have the Hulks. $66 vills for Hart, 59 for Hera. It's incredible that Hera has actually made this a game. He snuck away these villagers as well. Imagine if Hart had noticed this transport ship early. This game would have been over. But Hera's going to expand his eco. Hart can't get complacent. He's got to start, you know, checking the islands. He's going to find the transport ship. He'll see the TC as well. And Imperial Age should be coming in shortly. Once again, we're in a very similar position now that we were in when Hart was going up to Castle Age and Hera was stuck in Feudal. Hart's going to go up to Imp soon. Hera's going to be stuck in Castle forever. And I don't know what the comeback mechanic is. It's been very nice to expand this way to get extra eco, but I really don't know. Feels like his entire main island is going to get wiped. Hart will have control over the navy. These ones won't give him much. $72 villagers is still nice, though. From the position he was in, it's fantastic. Why is Hera kind of coming back? I don't think he really is. I think he's done a good job, but I still don't see how he can win this. This island is, like, dead. This island's basically dead. Once Trebs come out, and Hart transports potentially another castle over here. He's already taken out 1 donjon. He's gonna go over here? Oh. Okay. Hera will win this. Okay, Vex. Let's see. Resources looking decent for him. He might be thinking about Imp here. Good expansion from Hart. He's coming over this way now. He's got the whole eco set up over here. And now the Samurai are coming in from this side. But the Samurai run right into the TC. They're going to have to back away. Hart, has he seen this? No. Still hasn't seen this. Imp is in. Still very disappointed he didn't add in any extra fish. Right? Like, you can take the oysters with the fish. You can take the food with the fish. It would have been very, very nice. It's been floating wood for a while. Obviously, there's a lot of things to deal with if you're Hart. You're trying to completely control Hera's expansion. And Imp is on the way for Hera. That's ridiculous. Dude, Hart, we need, like... Need to start taking care of business in the middle, you know? Making me a little bit nervous here. We want to set. We don't want to sweep. And this is good damage from Hart. He's going to kill some vills. He's probably going to clear up this donjon if he pulls these guys outside of the range of this one. But he's not paying attention. Villagers now going down on this side. Donjon's still being attacked. Monastery now coming up for Hera. And we have redock attempt over here from Hera. With more galleys on the way. We got 22 galleys from Hart, though. And he's starting to work away on this donjon. Hera's gotten a lot of value with donjons against ships, too. Hart commits to that. And he's going to lose the whole navy over here. Oh my god, dude! It's very busy. He's still winning by a huge margin. But it's very frustrating, bro. You please tell Hart to make a treb? I can tell him. He hasn't been listening to anything I've said so far, though. Why not Trebs? I don't know. He's distracted. He definitely needs to lock in, right? This is one of those games, if you look at it from his POV, he just assumed that Hera was stuck on the island. Then he assumed that Hera was only over here. Now he sees the TC over here. Now he's going to see Imp. And, like, he needs to start thinking about his win conditions. So far, he's just been like, okay, I've had him locked down on his island. Whatever. He can't do anything from here. And now he's got to start thinking about how Hera could potentially come back. Heavy warships upgrade is on the way for Hera. Freaking Donjon has killed 13 units. But still, Hart has a much better navy here. Hera's going to lose the monks. Hera's going to lose the war galleys as well. And the cannon galleons are coming out from Hart to deal with the docks and to deal with the donjons. Fire is now on the way for Hera. About to be a fast fire ship. No more donjon on this side. No more donjon on this side either. But Hera's going to build another one. "108 villagers for Hart. 94 villagers for Hera. He's running out of res here, though. Hart's already out of wood on his main island, basically, anyway. He's going to have to transport these villagers across, so that's slightly annoying. And another castle comes out from Hart. I'm not certain why he didn't make any trebs there, but... probably just thinking cannon galleon the entire way. Monastery is going to go down. A lot of this stuff is going to die over here. The castle's in a good position. Still no castle for Hera, so no treb potential for him. He's going to have to redock at the backside here. And shipwright. Okay. Shipwright. Fine. Play for the late game. Should be done. Should be done. Hera's found a lot of value. He's managed to hang around in this game way longer than he should have. It's slow and steady. Hart is taking back control. Well, he's always had control, but it's making it more convincing. Okay, he's got enough for another castle. Does the castle come up here? I don't know. I like this from Hart. He's also going into Carracks because he knows the only comeback potential here for Hera is probably a big wave of fires to deal with this navy. So the Carracks are being added early from Hart. Still no trebs from Hart, which is crazy. Like, these donjons have been absolutely destroying his ships. And the Carracks are just dying to this donjon. They killed 5 of them. But it finally does go down as Hart slowly makes his way over here. Hera's going to try for another dock over here. Not sure if that one's going to work. More donjons for Hera. More docks for Hera. He's holding on. But Hart clearing up another donjon, going over towards this side. I don't think he knows the extent of the expansion over here for Hera. Well, he has a pretty good idea. He can see a couple donjons, a couple docks, and now he sees the dock over here as well. Very limited resources available on this main island from Hera. He has a lot of stone, though. He's going to go for a couple more donjons. If only there was like a land-based siege unit that could take those out from long range. That would be really nice for Hart, but I don't think that's part of his tech tree. And elite cannon galleon is on the way. So, Carrick's working away on the fires. Bomber cannons? No, I'm talking about trebs, dude. Land a few trebs here. Boom, 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 boom. Can't redock. Fire's trying to push back from Hera. We got Carrick's in front of the galleons, though. So he should be fine. 183 pop from Hart. How is Hera at 137? I have no idea. Dude, I hate casting games like this because I know Hart's going to win this game. I know Hart's going to win this game. And now all we're doing is judging how quickly he wins. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He's still going to win. Doesn't matter how quickly he wins or how good he makes it look. And that's all I've been talking about for like the last 15 minutes. Because Hera's just refusing to give up. Ballistics coming in for Hart. That's a big one. Is he though? Of course he is. As a caster, you're supposed to bring suspense to the game. Calling game done early is a bad caster ethics. No, saying lying is bad. Making shit up is bad. That's even worse. Pretending like it's competitive when Hera was sitting on his island in Feudal Age is terrible casting. Pretending like Hera's gonna win this game? Not good. Dry dock on the way now for Hart. Hera's losing bills. He's losing his TC over here. 120 vills for him. He's 50 population behind. He's losing more villagers over here. Stone is running out for him, but he is getting donjons up. And the donjons have been really good against Hart. And now Hart is transporting the villagers over. So he's finally, what, going to make a castle over here? Some trebs, potentially, maybe. Maybe he's thinking about it. He's a little bit distracted over on this side. Got to send them over quick before Hera manages to snipe that. Just get yourself out of this game, bro. Oh my god. Sneaky transport ships have kept him in the game, and now they're going to disrupt Hart over here. They're going to take out the gold. There's still plenty of gold here, but no fishing ships yet from Hart to take it. The villagers are over here, and he's going for a tower. We have 2,000 stone! I'm so mad! Yasima and Keeps. It's not a bad play, but like, get a Treb here so you can get some... Get a Treb here so you can get some forward pressure. Get a castle here so you can stop the donjon push. When does Hera run out of stone is the question. There's still some stone over here. There's 305. There's still some stone over here. There's 27. So he's going to be out of stone soon. And now more towers are coming in from Hart. He's dealt with this. Good job, Hart. Let's go. Big. Huge. And pikeman upgrade now coming in for Hera. Hart's still stuck at 170 pop. Hera down to 100 villagers now. How much wood is left on his islands? Okay, let's start counting trees, bro. Oh no, he's got a lot. He's got 18k. Never mind the counting trees. We'll come back to that later. Galleons are over here from Hera. Hart's going to queue up some more Carracks. How much wood is left for Hart? Has to deal with the fast fires. Has the Carracks in front. Should be able to clear the docks with the cannon galleons. Another donjon over here from Hera, but we have the keeps in defense from Hart. Still 1,700 stone for him. Dude, these towers, these donjons have done so much work for Hera. It's actually crazy. And he doesn't even... Guys, he hasn't even gotten heated shot. He hasn't even gotten heated shot. We've seen like 100 chips go down in these freaking things. Okay, now it's Hera's turn to lose some ships to some towers. That's nice. Happens to the best of them. He's down to 120 population and Hart is pop cap. Finally. Okay. Okay. Now it's time, Hera. Hera, it is time. It is time. We need to call. We need to call the game. All right? Not the rapper. We don't want to call him. We need to call this game. Please just drop a castle. Right here. Don't... Yes! 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 Why? Stop! It's over! Guys, he's docking on this side. He's redocking on Hart's Island. He's gonna try and take the oysters. He's in the corner. He's in the corner over here. This is borderline disrespectful from Hera. This also might just be game. This might be mind games from him. He might know that Hart's gonna get tilted by a game like this. If you're Hart, you gotta just ignore everything that's happened this game. Just take the win and move on. I don't think Hera believes he can win from this position. I really don't. Unless he thinks Hart's gonna run out of wood, which I think he'll know. Hart still has plenty of wood back here. Freaking, what a tower rush. Is this the no trap challenge? Like, what the fuck? GG. Hart takes the game. 2-1. We got ourselves a set. That was one of the worst games I've ever cast. From my casting perspective, just because it felt like the entire game we were just ragging on Hart for things he should do. But Hera held on very well, and he actually made somewhat of a game of it. It was never in doubt who was going to win that one. It was just very frustrating seeing the process. He early resigned? Maybe, potentially. He was waiting for the hour mark. He's like, goal, I'm going to hang in here for an hour. Dude, if Hart wins, I want to interview him and I want to ask him about this game because I can hear his voice rising right now. If he manages to win this set, I can hear his response. What is he doing? Why is he in the game? Like, come on, man, go next. This is one of those games you don't even feel like you won. Yeah. If you're Hart, you just gotta erase that from your mind, you know? You won it. You were in the lead for a very long... The entire game you were in the lead. Dude, Hera's in the lobby ready to go again. Hart hasn't joined in yet. That was a rough one.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Did you know Europe is just Peru spelled backwards?
Yep. Yep. We did know that. Okay, they're going on to Bog Islands. Let's see what can be done here by Hart. He's gonna need another win here, guys. After that, he can't take an early L after that one. Imagine he wins 3 more games exactly like that one, though. You uploading this, right? Yeah, probably will. How do I get rid of all these ads? Well, you could subscribe. Or you could get Twitch Turbo as well. Also, if you're on a desktop, you could use an ad blocker. If you're on mobile or a TV, though, subscription or Twitch Turbo is your only ways. Do streamers make any money from Twitch Turbo? Yeah, I get a cut. It's very similar to the YouTube Premium or YouTube Red, whatever they call it. You basically get a cut of their watch time, essentially. So, like, yesterday, for example... Oh, yesterday, like, I made $21 from Twitch Turbo viewers yesterday. So we have a decent amount of Twitch Turbo viewers. On average, though, that was high viewership. So on average, I'm making, like... I don't know. Sometimes I'm making 20 cents. Sometimes I'm making $5 a day from Twitch Turbo viewers. Dave, hope you're handsome today. I hope so, too. So does your mom. That was unwarranted. Okay, Bog Island's coming up. Hera's going to play Romans. Hart's going to play Mongols. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I said it. I don't know. I don't know, dude. He was being nice. I don't know. It was reflex. I take it back. I'm on my phone and 0 ads. Where are you from, though? If you're from Canada or the US, that's incredibly impressive. That you get 0 ads. Who do you think is the most charismatic player? Charismatic player. Probably Jordan? MBL? No, definitely not MBL. MBL might be one of the least in person anyway. MBL is the only person who's very different from their online personality. Like when you meet them. But I mean, it would be hard to live up to that. It would be hard to live up to that. All right. Bog Islands. Hart playing as Mongols. Hera playing as Romans. Currently traveling in India. Yeah, I don't think Twitch has many Indian companies buying ads on their platform. All right, let's see what Hera can do here. We haven't seen Mongols, or sorry, Romans. See Mongols a ton on this map because you get 3 rhinos. You could go super fast up. But the Romans do have the extra armor on the galleys. They have their unique tech for the extra attack on the galleys. Their water texture is decent. So, I don't know. Maybe Hera wants to go for the wall-up technique and just boom. We'll know by where he puts his first stock. Maybe he wants to play some mind games with Hart. I think Hart should just go super fast up. Water pressure. Just control the water again. Just win that way. Win the standard way. Go aggressive. I'm not certain about the, fast feudal stone wall fish boom technique that we saw from Sebastian against Leary. I mean, it did work. He was playing Malay there, though. Vinchester tried to go for that tech, and Hera absolutely cooked him. So, I don't know if you need to take a risk like that. Should be fine if you just play standard with Mongols here, right? A friend of mine who works in marketing analysis that have said that a few people purposely get no ads at all. They function as a kind of baseline to be able to measure how ads influence people. I mean, if you have the tools, sure, but that's usually... I mean, what are you looking for in how they're influenced? Are you looking for whether they come back to the platform, what their viewership is going to be? Like, is it retention? Do you not show them ads forever and then show them an ad once in a while to see if they bite on it? Click-through rate? That would have no impact on click-through rate, though. That would give you no information on click-through rate. If you had a baseline of people. Unless you're showing them an ad 1/10 of the frequency. And click-through rate is generally a pretty bad metric for the type of ads that Twitch is running anyway. Didn't you work in marketing before? Yeah, that's why I'm interested. That's why I'm curious. It's a nice snipe from Hera. Finds the villager on the wood line. Hart loses that early, and that's gonna kill the super fast uptime, or at least part of the super fast uptime. Nice snipe there. Can Hart get some value over here as well? Looks like no. Hera's getting loom right now. Why not trap the scout in there? Honestly, I have no idea. He probably just didn't want to chase it forever. Kind of screws with the efficiency of your lumber camp a little bit, but I don't know. Did he not know that the woodline goes all the way to the edge? He didn't know the woodline went all the way to the edge. And he'd also have to trap it. He'd have to make a wall over here, and he'd have to make a walls here. And he didn't know that it went all the way. It kind of makes sense. Feudal Age is going to be faster for Hart, but he is down 1 villager. Hera's got the 3 fishing ships up here, and Hart can see that the dock is there, so it's not going to be the cheeky stonewall full boom strategy. Why Mongols? Because you get 3 rhinos at the beginning, bro. It's insane. You get a super sick timing if you don't lose a villager to the scout over here. Okay. Galleys are going to come out for Hart. Galleys is interesting. Not hulks, eh? Not hulks. Wood upgrade coming in. Hera gets to feudal age now, and it's stone walls. But it's not with the dock and the fish boom. Although he did make a dock over here, but that's more for production, I believe. Hart might be able to run in here and snipe a villager. He's not getting too aggressive with that scout, though. Hera's keeping his weak scout behind to help defend a little bit. And the galleys are coming out for Hart. He's going to look for those fishing ships. He's going to find them. Galleys are doing less damage now against fishing ships than they used to. Because they don't have the bonus damage against ships. It used to take 6 shots from a galley to kill a fishing ship. I think it takes like 9 or something now. Shiner, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you so much, man. Very generous. Where can I bet for this match? No betting. Oh, you got Gym Box in there too. That's nice. Hera does have the extra Pierce armor on his galleys as well. So he's got 4 armor. Hart's got 3. Res Collected is still ahead for Hart at the moment. He's pushed the fishing ships a little bit further back from Hera. Still retaining the advantage from those rhinos. And it's just galley versus galley. And a fire is already being added in from Hart. He knows it's fully walled over here as well. Potentially could sneak the scout in and cause a little bit of havoc. Right now, though, it seems like it's advantage Hart. Even with the extra armor for Hera, he's had 22 seconds of idle TC time. He's behind in res collected. We got more galleys plus the fires from Hart. Hera seems to be kind of struggling to queue up more ships. Hart's just got to find himself some good fights. He really needs to win this game. Really needs to win this game. If he goes down 3-1 after the way last game played out, it's going to be pretty brutal. Hera's on the run. Trying to snipe this weak ship in the front. And he took it with 1 shot from the galley. That was really good. It was so quick, I don't even know if you could have seen it, but he did see that Hart's ship was 1 HP, and he clicked one of his galleys, turned around for a second, and sniped it. That was sick. Nice split away from the fire damage there, too, as that thing goes down. Good micro from both of them. Another fire coming in from Hart. The armor's actually helping these galleys, and this fire is coming in from this side, so Hera's got to be really careful. He's trying to snipe this down. He's got more galleys behind here. He's going to get pincered a little bit, so that fire will do some good damage against these galleys, and there's another fire coming in too. And another one. DJ Khaled over here. Still, only 5 galleys behind from Hart. And the Feudal Age fires aren't doing a significant amount of damage to the galleys in Feudal Age. Castle Age, really, really strong against the War Galleys. Does Hera not have fires? No, he doesn't have demos, right? No, the Romans got demos now. He does have fires. But he's just playing into galleys right now. Ooh, he was also missing the wood upgrade. So that might be the reason Hart's ahead on res collected right now, in addition to the fishing chips that have been taking without having to garrison. And one fishing ship goes down. Dock is now being attacked by Hart. Not sitting within a minimum range, but he's still doing decent damage to it. Should go down shortly. Hera's going to have to pull the galleys back to deal with this. And Hart adds more galleys. Hera now finally going into fires to counter the fires from Hart. I'm not sure I love this fight from Hart. Let's see how it plays out. It feels like Hera's going to take this. Feels like Hera's going to take this fight pretty convincingly. Hart got really aggressive there. The fires are great to tank damage, but the fires aren't dealing the damage. Damn, that was a little too aggressive for Hart. And now it's just like full comeback. He's going to have to attempt it. He's gone for the stone walls over here, but it's pretty far behind in Navy now. Hart went in too greedily and too deep. Yeah. Yeah, he did. You can't really add in hulks here if you're Hart. Because the amount of galleys from Hera. You can easily add in hulks if you're Hera. That would make sense. GG. 3-1 for Hera. It's not looking good for Hart, guys. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. This is the inconvenience of electronic games. True. I don't think the Rhinos are worth it to play Mongols here. I think they are. Like, the Mongols have been played here a lot, right? We just saw him lose a Vil. Remember, he lost a Vil. So he was still ahead even despite losing a Vil. I don't think Mongols are the issue here. I think opening galleys was the issue here. Should have opened hulks. And then into galleys. KD, most of that was all in that one final fight. Still ahead on res collected overall. Ah, yeah. Let's see if he can do it. He's going to have to win 3 games in a row against Hera. Yeah, he spammed hulks all the way to the finals and then opened galleys. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he's tried it, though. In his practice games, doesn't work. Maybe he's trying to catch Hera by surprise. Who knows? It's going to be migration. 1 win at a time. 1 win at a time if you're Hart. Hera only needs 1 more. He's looked pretty comfortable on this. He could break his A-tier streak today. Armenians for Hera, Malay for Hart. Yeah, Vinchester had Hera down. Vinchester was beating Hera 2-1 in the best of 5 in the quarters. And then Hera won the final 2 games. Can you make Hera lose the next game? Nope. Hart's going to have to win it, dude. It's not about Hera losing. It's about Hart actually winning a game. dominating a game, you know? So, Malay for Hart, Armenians for Hera. I would assume Hera's going to open galleys with Armenians. Hart's probably going to play into hulks. I think if you're playing Malay and then you play into galleys it's against Armenians, it's a bit suspect. Probably wants hulks. We won't see much happening here on migration for a while. A few minutes away from the action for sure. Thing is, water map is Hera's weakness. That's not true, though. Hera's one of the best water players in the world. Has been for many years. Like, people don't draft water maps against Hera. They used to, like 3 years ago. But that statement's like three years out of date. Nomad is his weakest map, for sure. Yeah. It's a relative weakness. Okay. But, like, when you're still one of the best water players in the world, it's like, it's not even... it's... The statement doesn't have the same impact, you know? How come Hera is so far ahead of the other top players? I think he just wants it more than anyone else, honestly. He just hates to lose. It's like, it's a good mix of like hard work, a little bit of natural talent, right? And then above all else, it's just desire to win is stronger with Hera. The amount of hours he puts in is probably way more than anyone else. He studies builds, he plays practice sets, he does all the things behind the scenes, right? It's not lazy. MEL has the most hours from the pros. Maybe in like... Maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, potentially. But most of that's like ranked games, right? How many... Do we think MEL has played more than 50 practice sets in his entire career? I don't know. I don't have that answer. MBL has played practice sets? Yeah, he has. Focus? There's nothing to focus on, Obsto. But I will when the time comes. We're just talking about Hera. We're thinking about it. Considering it. Someone's gonna have to match his freak, you know? Someone's gonna have to match his freak in order to take the top spot. Or Hera's gonna have to level off a little bit. Lars can do it? Well. How is the berry situation in the middle? What a weird question. There's 3 of them. 3 berry bushes. Who do you feel is most likely to challenge Hera? No idea. Sebastian, maybe? If he ever locks in. I think it'd be very, very good for the scene if we got different winners, for sure. And that's not Hera's fault, right? I think viewership goes up, I think engagement goes up. Just interest overall goes up if we have different viewers, but it's not his fault. Like he's destroying everybody in S tiers anyway. And now looks like he's on a really good track to beat Hart here in this A tier, but I think T90's got a shot in taking down Hera. Okay. Yeah, you can't blame a winner for winning, bro. Exactly. You can't blame him for winning. People try to. Do you play ranked AoE? No. No. Sometimes I play on my controller account, but my main account, other than the one that Danny finagled me into the other day, I haven't played in like 3 years, 4 years, whatever. My rating's been basically stagnant that entire time. So the whole ladder is basically passed me by. What's the prize pools in S tiers? It has to be above 30k for an S tier ranking. Oh, 2 idle fishing ships for Hera. Hang on a second. Look at that idle time. I'm not liking that. That's not a good sign. Oh, he dropped. He dropped, guys. He dropped. Damn. Did we restore, or are we just doing that again? I don't know if they restored or not. They might have just restarted the game. What happened? Hera dropped. He disconnected. Can't wait to see 10 minutes of starting eco again. Hey. I hope they save the game. They should have. But I mean, nothing. They hadn't interacted with each other at all yet. So they might have just opted for the restart. What's happening? Hera disconnected, so they're just redoing the game. There we go. Guys, they restored. Good, says Hera.
Yes.
He only had a little bit of idle time. Yeah, he had 2 seconds of idle eco with that fishing ship. So all of that idle eco came after he dropped. It was Hera who probably saved the game, and they used his restore file. So now he has 1 less idle second than Hart. That's actually super impressive. If we were watching one of chat's games, someone in chat, we'd have like 10 minutes of idle eco already. Canadian Internet Classic? Is he still in Canada? Damn. It's probably on fucking Rogers too. Trust me, I know all about that. Fucking At least I don't get the drops anymore with Rogers. They upgraded my service. They also upgraded my bill. Without consulting me for the upgraded service. You have an ISP called Rogers? Yeah, it's like the biggest communications company in Canada. How thoughtful of them? Yeah. Damn, you got scammed hard. Hey, man, I'm paying $140 a month for just internet. Fucking Rogers. And I don't have another choice. It's the only company. It's the only company that can put in effective internet service to where I'm living. That's so expensive? Yep. Canada's internet and telephone system is a... It's a scam. No Telus? Telus is part of the scam, dude. Rogers, Bell, and Telus are all part of the scam. I don't want to get into this in the grand finals, but there's 3 companies that own everything. They separate areas. They say, we're not going to operate here. You can operate here. And then they jack up their fucking prices everywhere. It's a cartel. It's literally a cartel. And then they create... They pay people to create legislation that says we need to keep everything Canadian so we can't have any competition to keep our Canadian culture. So we need only Canadian companies. And guess what? It's the same 3 Canadian companies. What holds you in Canada then? I love Canada. There's just some shitty things here. There's always shitty things anywhere you go. Alright, Loom coming in. Medium warships on the way for Hart as well. Faster Castle Age, as you would expect from the Malay. And Hart has already transported the scout over there, and it's 2 villagers to make a dock forward, and they are finally about to touch one another. Hang on. It's going to be hulks for Hart. It's going to be galleys for Hera, but he does add the hulks in now. Canada, you mean New India. Brother, just get the fuck out of here, dude. Honestly. What possesses you to type something like that? I have no idea. You probably don't even live here. Alright. So, War Hulk's over here. The War Hulk upgrade is about to come in for Hera, and he's got the War Galleys behind. Hart is playing into Hulks, though. And he's got some fire ships, too. So, the fire ships will push the War Galleys around, and then the Hulks can potentially clear up the Hulks from Hera. Ballistics is on the way. We've seen plenty of people attempt to open War Galley and then get a few Hulks in front and then get completely overwhelmed by the Hulk/fire combo. Town center over here from Hart. So he's expanding on the middle. Does he have loom? Yes. But Hera's going to see that, and Hera can deny this with the help of a warrior priest if he sends it over here. Hart sees the scouts immediately. Walls this in. That's probably a good decision. Probably a smart one. The War Hulks are pushing back the fires from Hart now. He did lose a scout on this side. He sees the fortified church from Hera. He did not see the TC going up, though. Nice shot from Hera. He's got ballistics. He's got the War Galley mass. He's going to be sniping down these ships as he comes. It is 18 fishing ships for Hart, though, but a lot of those are over here, so he's going to have to keep this area safe. Clinker construction now on the way for him. Iron casting is in for both. For their hulks. We'll see how Hart plans to take control of the center here. I don't know if he wants to play water long term against Armenians. Like, they should have the better water tech tree. I think he should be a little bit more focused on the middle area. Resources for both players looking pretty good. They might be thinking about a faster Imperial Age time here. Hard invest into siphons, though, so maybe just Hera. War galleys are being pushed away. What's siphons again? It's the little charge attack for the fires. So you see it right there. See the explosions? It charges up. It's a little like splash damage attack. It does. I don't know exactly how much damage it does. Maybe like 10 or something like that. But it's nice when they're all stacked up. You can really see it taking effect. Are all relics on the right side? Apparently. Apparently they are. They are all over on this area. It's unfortunate for Hart. Stand ground patrol. This is one of the bad things about stand ground patrol. The ships just keep moving. And Hart finally realizes, although he's lost a couple of them already, he's going to kill a few war galleys. But he does lose the Navy on this side, and he's losing the Navy on this side. Oh, man. Hera has taken the advantage on the army. Hart still will be able to save some of his fish, though. And he's got a Navy back here, so Hera's got to be careful pushing in. 10 vills in the queue as well for Hart. But look at Hera's resources. 1,000 food. Just needs the gold. Saseke, thank you for the 56, dude. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Dave out the Y.
Don't give the victory just yet, okay, folks? You're all given. You're all convinced. Not yet. Hart can do this, guys. We have to believe. We must believe. This is the beginning. This is it. Does anyone remember the co-op challenge? Dux probably remembers, if Dux is here. Where we had Hart as our teammate. And I had the rousing speech. And in the middle of the speech, I'm like, who believes? And then all you can hear is Hart in the background. He's like, I believe! This is a good time, dude. And then he dropped? Yeah, and then he dropped. We had like this big rousing moment. I had music on TeamSpeak and everything. And then Hart. He's on TeamSpeak. He's like, oh no, my game crashed. Did Hera drop again? Oh god. I think he might have. He's not doing anything. Let's check the APM. Nope, he's not. He's not. He's still clicking. Still at 137 APM. He's patrolling this end, so he didn't drop again. That's fantastic. Let's see if Hart can click up. Let's see if he can try and match the timing. He is melee, so he's going to go up faster. Hera's still patrolling over here with the Hulks and the War Galleys behind. Still no demos because no one's adding demos. However, there is a castle from Hera faster in the center. And there we go. Never mind. People are adding demos. Huge. I mean, if Hart's just going to play into Hulk and fire, then do it. Also, Silesian Fleet could be great from that castle. The extra demo range. Hart's not going to be that much further behind to Imp. He's ahead on res collected, but he doesn't have any relics. Hera's got 5. He doesn't have a castle. Hera's got that castle already. It's 2 free villager kills, too. Are people really hating on Hera? I don't think I've seen any Hera hate today. Seen people say they don't want to see him win, which is very understandable, given the fact that he wins everything. Hera disconnected? Did he? He disconnected again! Oh my god, dude. Canada! Rogers! Dude, right as we're gonna see the fucking demos, too. Damn, dude. I want to see demos. Hera's the first person in, like, 50 games. I think we saw someone really early in this tournament get the demo upgrade, but this is the first person in a very long time to get that demo upgrade. Never mind. Sebastian did get it, but then he realized he didn't get heavy demos with melee. So he didn't make any. Yeah, they were right back in again. Micro drops. How frequently is the game saved so they can continue where they left? It's not automatic saving. Hera's manually saving when he loses connection. When you drop, the game automatically makes a save file. Does it? I guess I haven't dropped on DE for a while. I don't know. Never had to do that. I remember the olds. Yeah, because you don't get that waiting screen anymore. I guess that is true. When it was peer-to-peer, you would always get that waiting screen. And you could select the option to save. And it would automatically save when you dropped. But I guess you don't get that anymore. The fuck, Totter? Dude, you forgot rule number 1, brother. Jesus, get out of here. Did people just... Listen, he broke both rule 1s. Shit-talking a player and failure to read the room. That's crazy. Heavy demo! Let's go, dude! I mean, I don't want to see the 4-1 in a quick series or whatever, but I do want to see some goddamn heavy demos. Does he have the unique tech? He doesn't yet. It's wood and gold, though, so it's very affordable. It's going to come in anytime now. Anytime. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hart has been doing this all tournament. He's been stand ground patrolling. Stand ground patrolling into every fight with these. He hasn't been punished yet. He hasn't been punished. Let's see what his vision is. He's going to patrol in. There they are. Where are the demos? He's going to see the demos coming in. Surely this will be good. Surely this will be good for Hera. Boom! 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 Hera, I respect the attempt, brother. I really do. Hart is now an imp. He's getting pushed on both sides, though. Equal amount of ships over here, but Blast Furnace is going to be in a little bit faster for Hart. Still, we got the the Galleons behind from Hera, which is going to make the difference against the Carracks, and the Trebs are also working away on this side. Hart is losing ground on this side, too. It's 100 population for him. It's 143. GG, well played. Congrats. After 2 drops, Hera manages to win his first A-tier 1v1 tournament in years. It was a good run from Hart, but he was countered on almost every single level today. Thalassocracy Cup 2 winner is Hera. This is a tournament he said he wasn't likely to win. With the A-tier streak and with the water element and all the new stuff and everything like that. But he adapted, played pretty well. Had a little bit of trouble against Winchester. Had a good set against Viper, and now an amazing set against Hart. On the other side, super heartbreaking here for Hart. He had such a good run to the finals. He looked like such a dominant player. He beat Leary 4-1, for Christ's sake. Like, that's crazy. Was it 4-1 or 4-2? I think it was 4-1, right? But yeah, just Hera's built different. He's built super different. Crazy. '26 will be Hart's year. Maybe. I mean, it's still a good performance from him, right? Oh, this tells us nothing. Because of the restore. 4-1 for Hera. I think the takeaways, well, I mean, I've said this a bazillion times, but the takeaways from this tournament, overall, the water balance is better than it was. We see a lot more variety. I think it's interesting what the devs tried to do. A couple small changes, and I think this would be way more dynamic, right? Bring demos back into the fold so they can actually get some damage against Hulks. Or maybe just like, don't even increase their damage, just increase their blast radius. Maybe that's the key, right? Slow down the Hulks a bit, potentially. Would be good as well. I don't think they're that far away from having a decent water setup.